I'm back with another video. Today I'll be filming a eyebrow tutorial. My everyday eyebrow, not everyday, but when I do my eyebrows, this is like how I do it. And yeah, let's get to the tutorial. So as always, I'm gonna start off just by moisturizing the skin with the Cetaphil moisturizing cream. We're done moisturizing the skin, so now the weather's getting pretty cold right now, and my lips feel dry, so I'm just gonna add some of this petroleum jelly. I believe I got this from the Dollar Tree, so yeah. And I love to use this just because it like keeps in the moisture for a pretty long time over some of the chapsticks I do have. For example, this Carmex chapstick doesn't last as long as this one, so and a lot comes in a jar. It's 3.53 ounces. Yeah. Okay, so now the skin is looking good. Lips, there goes my dog. But yeah, now we're gonna get into the actual like eyebrow routine, so yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so I did bring you guys in a bit closer just so you can see what I'm doing, but since I haven't really like done my eyebrows, which I mean like by plucking, I haven't like plucked them, and I do them by myself. We're just gonna quickly like pluck some, and I'm gonna be using this Danzel, I don't know. An off-brand, I feel. I had never heard of it, but somehow I have this, and they do have like a pretty precise point, you can see, and it is like angled. Okay, we're done with plucking the eyebrows, so now we're gonna move on to doing them. Okay, for my eyebrows, I'll be taking the Anastasia 7B brush along with the pomade in the shade dark brown. To do my eyebrows, this pomade is like pretty old, over a year, and you're supposed to change every 6 months, it says on the back. But it's pretty old, so it's like a little bit dry. It's not as like gel-like like it was. So since it's a little bit like drier in a way, I'm just gonna tap a little harder, because if it were to be like a brand new one, the second you touch it, it like grabs a lot of product. So just because it's a bit drier, I'm just gonna tap into it a little harder. And if you ever feel like you grabbed way too much product, just swipe on the back of your hand and you're good to go. So now I'm gonna grab my mirror and I'm gonna brush my eyebrows. And to do my eyebrows, I never like to start at the front. I always start right about here, like almost right in the middle of my brow, and I start drawing a line, and I do follow my natural eyebrow line. Okay, so now I got my line, as you can see, and I went down onto the tail. Again, just following my natural eyebrow shape. And I forgot to mention, I do like to pinch my brush, even though it's already pretty precise. I do like to pinch it just to add a little more of preciseness. But yeah. Now taking the pomade again, I'm gonna dip into it the exact same way I did before. And I'm gonna brush the eyebrow, and I'm gonna start like about I'm gonna start like exactly where I started with the bottom, just on the top this time. So I started right here, so now I'm gonna go up and start right there as well. And again, I'm gonna follow the natural line of my eyebrow. Okay, now with the tail, I know that I used to struggle doing it and making it look as if it were coming to just one point. And like, there's a fly. And like the way I like learned or like taught myself like how to do it is that like I would always just like go straight, instead of gradually bringing it in tighter, you know? Like right here's the line. You're gonna start where your tail begins. And instead of going straight down, you're gonna gradually bring it into the point like that. So now we're gonna do the tail, and yeah. We're going to start like where the tail starts and gradually bring it down into the point like that. I still mess it up here and there, my tail. Sometimes I leave it like rounded at the end, but whenever that happens, just pinch your brush like I showed and dip into it, but like barely, or like if you still have product on your brush, just leave it like that, don't even dip into it. But just like go up higher and just quickly flick it down to make it look like a point. And yeah. Now, since we just got leftover product and we haven't dipped into it, I'm just gonna bring that leftover product on over to the front part, very gently. You see how I'm like already creating a line? That's with no product, but I am putting a bit of pressure just to make the line appear. Yeah. So now grabbing product. We're now just gonna do the easy part, which is just filling it in. And yeah. So we're now just gonna fill in the eyebrow. And here you can start like wherever. But I mean, never mind. You don't start in front. Again, just start right here, but you could go like everywhere else. Now for the front part, we're gonna once again just use the leftover product that's on the brush still, and we're gonna put our brush horizontally and touch the line we made, and just slide up like that. Slide up. Or brush up horizontally, not vertically. Now the reason I do that is for it to have a natural look to it and not look harsh. Okay, we got this eyebrow down. So now we're gonna go in with the concealer, which makes everything perfect. If you had any mistakes, concealer is gonna be your best friend. The concealer I'm gonna be taking is the Anastasia Pot concealer, I guess, in the shade 1.5, and looks like this. And the brush I'll be using is, it doesn't have like a name, like where the brand is from, but I believe it came like in an Amazon a brush set or something like that. I'm not too sure. This one was my sister's, but she did give it to me, so yeah. Same concept with the eyebrow brush. I like to pinch it and just have it more precise. A little of this does go a long way, so you could just grab very little. About that amount. Now for the concealer, we are gonna start in the front this time and not right in the middle. We are gonna start in the front. So I first like to just once again follow my eyebrow line. My eyebrow's a natural line. Down and quickly bring it down. After I got the line down, since it is a thick concealer and it does have like a little product does go a long way, I'm gonna start dragging it all down onto the eyelid. Okay, now we're just gonna go over it again. We're not gonna dip into any more product, just like with the product already on your skin, and just fix it up a little. Okay, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but I accidentally brought the concealer up onto the eyebrow right here. So I'm just gonna dip into the pomade just once and carefully go on top of the hairs that have that concealer, just to fix. Okay, we fixed that, so now we're gonna do the concealer on the tail. For the tail, I do like to once again pinch the brush, then act as if I'm already applying the concealer and see like which point touches the concealer, what end of the brush, which would be this end for me instead of this end. That. So in order to not waste product, I'm just gonna dip my brush onto that side only. And once again, we're just gonna follow the line we already made. I used to carve out the entire eyebrow like that. Whoa. But just for a more natural look, I do like to only conceal the bottom and the tail. Okay, that's the eyebrow with concealer. We're now gonna blend that all out using the Real Technique sponge and our Morphe setting spray. I use the setting spray just to wet the sponge because I'm lazy to run downstairs and wet it, and plus setting spray, so yeah. But we're just gonna wet the sponge. Damn. Okay, now we got our wet sponge and we're just gonna blend that. Okay, now that's the eyebrow with the concealer blended out. And to set that concealer, I will be using the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pore Pressed Powder. And this powder is loved. But yeah, we're just gonna go into that. I do like the powder just because it does well with dry skin. And we're just gonna apply it with the back of the sponge. Press it into the skin, no baking, just pressing it in. Okay, so this is one eyebrow done. Now I'm gonna do the other eyebrow and like my face makeup off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I did go ahead and finished my eyebrow and my face. Just added some concealer, some highlight, and some lashes. But to finish it off, I'm gonna be applying the Anastasia clear eyebrow gel onto the eyebrows. And lastly, I'm gonna be taking the Ofra Cosmetics Feeling Myself highlighting palette, and I'm gonna dip into the shade Rodeo Drive. This one at the end. With this small brush that does not have a name. And I'm gonna put that on the arc of my eyebrow. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you guys next time. I hope you guys enjoyed this eyebrow tutorial, and yeah, have a nice day, and thank you once again.
Yeah, bad boy baby, Ralph Tres.